Once upon a time there lived a young astronaut named Stella. Ever since she was a little girl, Stella had dreamed of exploring outer space. She read every book she could find about the planets in our solar system and gazed up at the stars each night, imagining what it would be like to visit them. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a beautiful unicorn named Stardust. Stardust had a flowing silver mane and a shimmering white coat. She spent her days frolicking through flower-filled meadows and resting beneath tall, shady trees. Stardust was known throughout the kingdom as being one of the kindest creatures around. She went out of her way to help others in need and spread joy wherever she went. One bright and sunny morning, Stardust was summoned to the palace to meet with the Unicorn Queen. When she arrived, the Queen greeted her warmly. "Dear Stardust, you have been chosen for a very important quest. I need you to travel throughout my kingdom and spread kindness and joy to all creatures. Our world has become filled with too much sadness lately and is in desperate need of your magical touch." Stardust was surprised but honored by her quest. After a good night's rest, she set out the very next day with a skip in her step. Her first stop was a murky bog where a family of goblins lived. Stardust remembered that goblins love shiny things. She used her magic horn to turn rocks and pebbles into glittering gemstones. The goblins were overjoyed and danced with delight. After leaving the bog, Stardust traveled to a tall mountain where a group of grumpy trolls resided. She recalled that music often melted even the hardest hearts. Stardust sang an enchanting song while she pranced gracefully around the trolls. Soon the trolls could not help but tap their feet and hum along. By the end, they were all up and dancing merrily. The next day, the unicorn arrived in the misty marshes. There she found a will-o-wisp bobbing around looking lost and confused. Stardust knew these magical creatures thrived on knowledge and stories. She told the will-o-wisp tales of her recent travels and described the beauty of the kingdom. The will-o-wisp listened in awe and was able to find its way home thanks to the stories. As her journey continued, Stardust discovered more citizens across the land that needed a little magic to brighten their days. She turned spider webs into art for homesick elves, conjured bubbles for giggling gnomes, and produced fireworks shows for entertained dwarves. Everywhere she went, Stardust spread her special brand of joy and kindness. After months of traveling, Stardust returned home feeling accomplished but quite exhausted. She was greeted by the Unicorn Queen and congratulated on a job well done. "Thanks to you, our kingdom is brighter and happier than ever before. You have done a marvelous thing by bringing kindness back to our world." Stardust was thankful she could help and vowed to never let the magic of kindness run out. The Queen declared that September 28th would forever be known as Kindness Day in honor of Stardust's selfless quest. Our unicorn friend had never been prouder.